Hey, welcome to another Let's Talk Props video. If you really enjoy props and you love arrow, you're gonna love this video. We're gonna talk about the arrow gadgets, the trick arrows, the pods, all that kind of stuff. It's really fun, really interesting, and awesome small little details. Now, when arrow first started, there was lots of hub about the costume and some of the overall aesthetic of the show. And aside from just the arrows that they use, there were some neat little things that they did. And right off from the pilot episode, they had trick arrows and trick flechettes and everything you can imagine right at the get-go. Now, starting off right here, where you're gonna see is when Arrow actually used his Arrow USB key to get all the information, all the money back to the little guy right from the first episode. And that aesthetic, like I mentioned, has gone all the way through. So thankfully, there's some really great craftspeople that I've got to know. And I've mentioned Andrew Pinder in previous videos, and he has done amazing work on deconstructing and recreating each and every one of these arrow props. Now, this prop design has some really neat little, looks to it. Some of them do light up, some are just there for look. But eventually we started noticing a little bit of thematic look or color bands. Each of the color bands themselves seem to actually denote a specific thing. Some are explosion arrows, some are radio controlled arrows, etc. There is so many to go through, and we looked through them all and pretty much worked together and figuring out which were which and see which was lit up and whatnot, and did a lot of work. And then Andrew 3 modeled them and actually made them available in his shop, which his link for that will be in the description, as well as many other little props we're talking about in this video. So be sure to check that out after. Now, this very simple prop looks like what they did is they just slipped it on the front of the actual shaft of the arrow and then, put on the arrow head after that. Now, most arrows in the series are CGI for obvious safety shooting reasons, but it's pretty cool to have this. So we've seen these arrows, again, explode doors. We saw Laurel Lance use it in one of the episodes, and then they carried it all the way through. So in season 3, when he started upgrading the outfit, when Cisco upgraded the entire Green Arrow outfit, there were some new things on a bandolier. Those were kind of smaller gadgets. It was kind of cool, kind of interesting as well. So Andrew started working on those as well. And they have some really neat heads and stuff like that. But it wasn't until season 4 that the whole thing was blown right up. So the arrow gadgets themselves have gone all the way through. And in fact, you even still see it in the Legends of Tomorrow 2046 episode with the other Green Arrow. But these other gadgets are really cool. Now, the one neat thing is Prop Master from Arrow has his own Facebook page, which I'm also gonna link down below. And he released a number of really cool images showing each of the Arrow gadgets used on the bandolier of the Green Arrow costume. So there's a lot of those. And each of them have their own purpose. Some of them we've discovered what they do and some of them we haven't. But the variety that they've come with is pretty neat. I mean, we have injection arrows, we have taser arrows, we have grappling hook arrows. Again, all carrying on the same aesthetic with this whole block and line look. In fact, this actually carried over to the arrow pods, which you may remember from my earlier video with the bow. And these are also, again, modeled by Andrew Pinder. So you can actually take a look and see. But the whole look, this whole, like I said, block and line look, is all the way through the gadgets and all the way through their, everything. It's pretty cool. So as I've mentioned, unfortunately, I don't have any in hand yet, but if you're looking for a small detail to make your Arrow or Green Arrow costume that much more authentic, you gotta jump in and grab some of these gadgets, some of these trick arrow pieces, really well worth it. Also, hang around, check out his shop. He's also got the other, little kind of needle point details that you see in the shoulder armor, as well as the Captain Boomerang. So you can check this shop and check out all of those. He's got a lot of great items in his shop. If you have any questions about them, just ask me down in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer your questions. I really want to get these. When you get them, they are 3D printed, so you do have to do a little finishing, a little painting, and I will show another update video when I get those myself. I can't wait for that once I start fully upgrading my whole Arrow arsenal. Again, thank you so much for liking, subscribing. Be sure to click over here and subscribe if you have not done so already. I'm gonna have more Arrow videos, and next week we'll be talking about the new Batsuit in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. So I'll look forward to seeing you then. Thank you so much for watching.